92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Yeah.
There's only you.
It is Valentine's Day, right?
I love love.
Special Valentine's Day second date
Oh, I
update.
feel like there's so much extra pressure on this one.
Hopefully it ends very poorly.
No,
That would make
Jubal.
my Valentine's Day wonderful. We're about to talk to Dylan right now. Dylan emailed us about a girl named Nikki. Dylan, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, how are you? Happy Valentine's Day.
I'm all right.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I feel like he needs to talk in a softer voice.
Dylan. Happy Valentine's
Yeah.
Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, Dylan.
I'm not going to stop until you say it back to me, Dylan. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, all right.
There it is, Dylan.
Dylan, why don't you tell us about the girl that you want us to call for you?
Her name is Nikki. We've known each other for, it's been like 10 years now. We met in college.
Oh.
She's just an awesome, awesome girl. We got along really well, and just over the past 10 years, you know, there's always been, I think, something between us, but it's one of those situations where she's always dating someone or I'm dating someone, and recently she broke up with the guy that she had been seeing, or I guess he dumped her. So this is the first time, and I guess in recent memory, where we're both single. And I just feel like it's the right time to sort of make my move, because it's been hanging out now for the last 10 years, and it's always been something that I've wanted, so might as well go for it, you know?
You want to pick up that rebound.
Yeah. Get her while she's vulnerable. Dylan, are you saying that you didn't go on a date with her yet? This is going to be the first time you've talked to her about your feelings?
So it's kind of strange, because like I said, we're friends, and we hang out with a group of friends, and we took her out to sort of raise her spirits, and that night we just sort of walked off, the two of us, and we had a couple of drinks, and she just said, you know, I really just want to find somebody that I can create a life with, and somebody who's a good friend as well as, like, you know, a partner, like a romantic partner.
Right.
Wow.
And so I wasn't sure if she was giving me sort of a signal, like, you know, make your move or don't, but I felt like it was sort of her way of saying, like, yeah, I think I feel the same way that you do.
So you feel like she might have been hinting at the fact that she has an attraction to you too?
Yeah, I mean, she's known that we've been friends for a long time, and I sense it, and I'm sure she senses that there's an attraction there between the two of us. It's not a one-sided thing. So, yeah, I think she was sort of inviting this.
Okay. Did you go ahead then, or did you not go ahead? Like, in that moment, did you take that moment to kiss her? It sounds perfect.
No, I didn't kiss her. You know,
Dylan.
I wanted to, but we were also there to cheer her up. She had just broken up with somebody, and I don't want to seem like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't want to be just like a quick rebound sort of thing. It's a little more special than
You're
that.
at a party for her to feel better from being broken up with.
Hey.
Might not be the best time if you like want a long relationship with this girl to try to swoop in there.
Yeah.
Maybe ask her for like a legit date and talk to her about it, than just being like, yeah, forget about that guy. Let's do this.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's like being at a funeral, just being like, hey, we should get out of this place, shouldn't we?
I like that. Like being at a funeral. I like when he died.
I like that Jubal is promoting being a gentleman right now.
I know.
And
Right?
Brooke's like, do
weird.
it. Kiss
Yeah,
him.
you should just jump on her right there.
Come on, that would be,
Get
like,
in the
sweet.
picture.
Wait, are you wanting our help to, like, make this declaration of love and ask her out on a date?
Yeah, I'd like to do something kind of special, you know, so.
Oh, we should totally do it.
On Valentine's Day.
Nope, we're not going to do it.
Yes,
What?
we
Come
are.
on,
We
Jubal.
just talked to this guy for 4 minutes to not do it.
Well, no.
What do you guys think? All right. Hey, Dylan, we're going to call her right after this. All right. We're going to play a song, come back, and get your second date update. All right.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
It is a special Valentine's Day second date update. I figure we should start that with the most romantic song ever written.
Oh, yeah?
I don't
Yeah.
trust you.
If I was your boyfriend.
That's right. The beautiful tones of one Justin Bieber is going to get us into this part of the second date update, because Dylan wants to call his friend Nikki and ask if he can be her boyfriend.
Don't play this music.
Yeah.
Dylan, how long have you known Nikki?
10 years.
10 years. She recently broke up with a longtime boyfriend. They hung out like in a group of friends the other night at her post-breakup party where everybody got together to make her feel good. Dylan says that they went off into the corner and talked, and she was giving him a vibe. And he thinks that she knows that he's into her too. So he wants us to call her right now and sort of break the news that he wants to date her.
You know, it's been 10 years, and this is the first time I'm saying this, so I'm a little nervous about it.
Cool. I wouldn't worry about it because it usually doesn't complicate things. So we're good.
You felt this way for longer than just the other night, right?
She's always been on my radar, and I have just realized in the last year and a half that she's somebody who I could really see being with.
Yeah.
You know?
And now is the perfect timing.
God, I hope it works out. Please
She's
work it
battered
out.
and broken.
And it's a really low-key, not stressful day.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Not on Valentine's Day. This is, everything's aligning for you right now.
Yeah, and on the radio.
Dylan. Okay. Here we go. You ready to call her?
Yeah, as ready as I'll ever be.
All right, here we go.
Good luck, Dylan.
I'm excited.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Nikki, please?
this is Nikki.
Nikki, happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's creepy.
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm fine. This is the radio.
Yes. I'm calling because I wanted to talk to you for a second about a friend of yours named Dylan. You know Dylan, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, Dylan has been a friend of yours for how long? Like 10 years?
Yeah, 10 or 11 maybe. Yeah.
All right. So you guys have been friends for a long time. Dylan recently told us that you went through a breakup. Sorry to hear that.
Okay. This is very personal.
He didn't tell us, that's all he said. He didn't give us any of the details. If you want to give me some of the details, I'll listen. But
That's not why we're calling.
he just said that you recently went through a breakup and he ended up hanging out with you and a bunch of friends the other night. And he said that when you guys were out the other night talking, you were saying how you wanted a boyfriend who was also a good friend and everything else. And he felt like you were giving him signals like you might be interested too. So Dylan wanted us to call you and ask if you would be interested in going out with him.
Dylan wants to take me on a date, like a romantic date.
Yes, the most romantic date ever.
Oh my God, tonight?
I don't know when. He just said he wants to take out, but tonight would be perfect. It is Valentine's Day.
Oh my God.
What do you think of Dylan?
He's a great guy.
That sounded like you just sort of slugged him on the shoulder, like, you're a nice buddy.
Well,
You're nice.
yeah, he's like my brother.
Oh, no.
Okay, we don't want to hear
Whoa, 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 whoa. I am like your brother? Come on, Nikki.
Dylan?
Yeah, Nikki, that's Dylan. He was on the other line listening. Sorry about that.
Oh my God.
I'm a little confused because the other night when we were sitting outside and you were talking about you want to date somebody who's a friend, maybe I'm completely wrong, but Nikki, I think you were giving me all the signals to say, go for it. At least that's what it seemed like to me.
I am so sorry. That is not what I was intending for it to be, at all.
So you literally think of Dylan as a brother and not in sexual way or any sort of attractive way at all?
No, not at all. And furthermore, I would feel a little bit uncomfortable dating two people at the same time.
What?
You're dating somebody?
You just broke up with somebody.
Hey, she's gonna rebound. Don't mess with her. All right.
Well,
Who are you dating?
no, I mean, not seriously, obviously, but Scott just asked me out. Our buddy Scott.
Another
Are
friend?
you kidding me? Are you serious? When did he ask
Yeah.
you out?
Yesterday.
What a mother...
Dylan, is
no.
Scott a good friend of yours?
I told Scott that I was going to ask you out. This is unreal to me. I confided in him. I told him how I felt about you, and this is what he does. He goes out and asks you out.
Oh, this is not how I want a Valentine's
I
Day.
have no idea. He, to be totally honest, had some stuff to say about you too. I don't know what you guys have going on between you, but
Nikki,
clearly you guys need to have this discussion. Maybe not on the radio.
Nikki, you're like that hot girl in the group of friends that every single dude wants to date, right?
Oh, yeah, maybe. That'd be great.
Okay.
That's okay.
I haven't been single in a long time. This is all very new for me.
So you're like hanging out with your friends like sharks in a feeding frenzy.
Wait,
So Dylan, you talked to Scott and told him that you wanted to ask Nikki out, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you should go for it."
Yeah, he was like, cool, bro. That sounds like... And he even said, he's like, you guys, it seems like there's something there. He recognized it as well.
Dude, that's breaking
Wait,
bro code.
Nikki, I think you're really awesome, and it's just a little messed up that you would go out with this guy who's talking trash about somebody else, Is that really who you want to date?
I know what I just said, but he wasn't being like crazy mean. He was just like, we were just talking about everybody. Like, I'm been spending a lot of time with my friends, and it's been really comforting right now. And he wasn't
Yeah, but now knowing that I confided in him, and then he goes and backstabs me, like, just think about, look, if you don't have feelings for me, like, granted, that doesn't make me feel great, of course, but think about who you're dating now with this guy. Like, that's just not the road you want to go down.
You're doing the exact same thing to him. Also, how did I get in the middle of this all of a sudden? That is not what I
You did it because Dylan was smart enough to call us.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dylan. Hey, Nikki, would love to offer you a date with Dylan, though. We'll pay for it. You're not seriously dating his buddy, Scott, who, frankly, did go behind his back and ask you out. You should think about that. So why don't you go out with Dylan instead? We'll pay for it.
I don't want to be rude, but would you pay for the date with Scott?
Oh, did she really
did not
say
just
that?
say that, Nikki.
Oh,
I mean, I understood where you were coming from until then.
I don't know Scott, but he sounds like a go-getter, so maybe.
It just sounds like he must be really hot.
Yeah, is Scott hot, Nikki?
Yeah, he's not bad. He's, yeah.
Yeah.
He's hotter than Dylan. That's what
six
Nikki's
pack.
saying. Dylan, do you have anything else to say to Nikki?
Oh my gosh.
I guess it changes the way that I sort of see you, and I wish that wasn't the case, but it does, so.
Whoa, no. We've been together through everything. You can't end our friendship over this.
You want to still stay friends, Nikki, after all this?
Yeah. I would like to pretend that none of this ever happened, to be totally honest.
Look, I mean, this whole thing with Scott, like,
Right.
I just think I need to step away from this circle of people. Like, it's just a little weird to me right now.
All I have to say is I am so glad a successful Valentine's Day second date. Love is grand. Not only a relationship ruined in the romantic sense, but also a friendship gone.
No!
God, I love Valentine's
What
Day.
have we done?
I feel like a little melted flower.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The guy on the phone to do a second date update today had a very awkward moment on his first date that most people can relate to.
Okay.
You know how when your date starts off and you accidentally run over a pedestrian?
Whoa, what?
Yeah, that is so awkward when that happens,
It's
isn't it?
a little more than awkward.
What's up, Joshua? How you doing?
Hey, Brooke and Jubal.
Is he calling us from jail? Because I'm pretty sure it's a felony or something.
I'm not calling from prison, no.
Oh, so you didn't get caught?
No, I definitely got caught.
All
Oh.
right. Tell us a little bit about what happened, because your email just said, I need a do-over because I ran over somebody.
Oh, my God.
And that's very confusing. It's like,
line?
all right, we'll do a second date update on that. What does that mean?
So here's what happened. I met Kara on eHarmony.
Okay.
She's great. And we decided we're going to go to a concert because we both really dig on music. And I pick her up at a coffee shop, and we're talking, and it's awesome, and I'm just really into the conversation. And then I accidentally ran over somebody.
No, you don't just throw that in there so casually. Like, I pick her up, the conversation's great. Oh.
And then also, yeah, we heard a little thump, and then I realized, did it again. Ran over a person.
Speed bump.
Okay, so people freaked out, but it was not my fault.
Wait, okay, but clarify for me. When you say ran over a person, do you mean like full speed ahead, like thump over a person?
No, I was at a stoplight. It had turned green. I don't know if the guy was hurrying to get somewhere, but he darted in the road, and I figured that it was clear to go. I didn't see him, and Kara yells, "You hit somebody," and I said, "What?"
You had
And
you had to be told that you hit a pedestrian. You didn't just know that?
Well, I ran over his foot. Like, it was his foot.
Okay, so he didn't like hit your windshield and you didn't notice.
No, he didn't crack in the windshield.
Okay.
But I was really paying attention to her because I'm trying to be a better listener. And so I said, "What?" And there were no cars behind me, so I stopped the car and I put it in reverse and...
Ran over his other foot?
No, I didn't. I just, nicked his knee. I glanced off.
So you almost ran over him a second time.
That's an accurate statement, but in my defense, it was his fault.
No, there's no defense. And you said, you don't sound guilty about this at all.
I have thought about this a lot, and I don't feel bad about it because this guy ran in front of the car, and I stayed. I filed the police report. You know, I got into a little bit of an argument with another person that was on the road about what had happened, but I think that she did not see everything that happened.
Right.
Wait, what was your date doing the entire time you're filling out a police report?
Well, she left.
Okay, so she took off. And what did she say to you about the whole situation? Did she say anything before she left?
Well, she stayed around and she was screaming a lot for a while.
I can understand
But
that.
again, I don't think that's me. I think that she had like a family thing that it was bringing stuff up.
What?
Another
So
person.
you're blaming past baggage for her wanting to leave?
I don't think it was about me.
Okay.
What was she screaming?
I mean, there was a lot of the, oh my gods. There was a lot of, this shouldn't be happening.
And is that the last you've heard from her?
I mean, I was shouting her name out as I noticed as she was leaving, and then the police officer was really stern with me paying attention to him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They usually
So
like
she
you.
might have said something else,
Okay.
but I didn't hear it.
So her walking away while you're filing a police report after accidentally running over some guy's foot is the last thing you've seen of her.
Yes.
All right.
Which, could actually be good for you because she sounds like a key witness in all of this. And I don't think that it was the other guy's fault.
But it was his fault. Like, I have been to court about this. No charges are being pressed.
Yeah, because she wasn't there. Dude, you hit him twice, man.
The second time was a glance. So I disagree with the term hitting twice. Look, it was an accident. It just happened to take place with a really cute girl on a first date, and I just need a do-over. And it will be a do-over where we take public transportation or...
Is that because your license has been revoked?
No, I still have my license.
Okay.
It's just provisional, so I cannot drive at night.
Okay. So have you tried to call her since then, though, or will this be your first attempt to reach out?
You know, I texted her, and I told her, hey, I know that was crazy. Sorry about the guy. You know, the guy's doing okay.
And nothing? No response?
You know, it's funny, like, when you see the little ... dots with the text sometimes.
Yeah.
I think I saw that right afterwards, but then nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing was sent.
So she thought about
So
responding
weird.
to you and then stopped herself.
Yeah, it seems like maybe she started to say yes, of course, and then she was just nervous.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
The following is a true story about real-life events that have actually taken place in our judicial system. The names and dates have not been changed. They're the same.
Yeah.
They're the same names and dates because it's really not that big of a deal, but it sounds cooler if I talk like this. And Joshua is on the phone today for a second date update. If you just missed the first part, he ran over a dude on his first date and had to give a police report and has had to go to court over it and everything else. He was found not guilty of any crime. He says that the guy jumped out in the crosswalk when he was not supposed to be in the crosswalk, and then he ran over his foot. And then when his date screamed, oh my God, you hit somebody, he reversed and sort of ran over the guy a second time.
Yeah.
And then his date, Kara, who we're about to call right now to figure out why she's not calling him back, even though we already kind of know,
Definitely no.
left while he was giving the police report, and he hasn't been able to talk to her since.
Josh, I mean, do you have an idea of how to come back from this? Because I don't think it's the accident that's so much the problem. It's your nonchalant attitude about running over a pedestrian.
Again, like, the guy didn't tumble in front of the car and smash my windshield, and I didn't go, what? He ran in front of me, I got his foot, and then I kind of nicked his knee on the way back.
All right. It wasn't like you targeted this guy out of nowhere, like, hey, hold on 1 second. This guy needs to get run over. And then put on some AC/DC or something and went after him.
It wasn't like I maliciously ran over the dude. It was just an accident.
All right. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, okay?
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Kara, please?
this is Kara.
Hey, Kara, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Great. This is weird.
I can understand how you'd think that. I'm actually on the phone with you right now because we're doing a segment called the Second Date Update. And basically, we want to ask you some questions about a date that you went on recently with a guy named Joshua.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. The thing is, he really liked you, and he asked us to call you and find out why you're not calling him back.
What?
Yeah.
He wanted what? He wanted you to call me?
Yes. He sent us an email and told us about your horrible first date.
What did he tell you? Exactly.
He told us that he met you on eHarmony, and you guys were on your way to a concert. And he said on the way to the concert, he was talking to you and wasn't paying attention. And some dude ran out in the crosswalk, and he ran over his foot. Then you screamed, and then he put the car in reverse and kind of hit the guy again.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
So is that the reason you're not calling him back, the whole accident? Because he said that you left while he was giving a police report.
I was pretty shaken up. I mean, I've never even seen anyone hit by a car, much less being in the car. I was in the car. I mean, it was so crazy. And then I had to tell him, you hit someone. And then we backed up and we hit him again.
Well,
and like,
But the guy was all right, right?
I mean, he did send me a text message later telling me that the guy was okay. But, I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe he's just calling me to, ask me out on another date. Be like, oh, yeah, the guy's fine. Sure, you want to go out again? I mean, we hit someone on a date.
Okay, but that was an accident. I understand if you feel like that's a bad omen for a first
but
date.
an accident, like what's going to happen on date number 2? What are we going to do?
There's all sorts of options now, I think. The crazy door has been opened. You guys can just run through it full speed together if you want.
I'm cool not going through that door. Like, I'm good.
Why wouldn't you text him back, though, after that and just say, hey, that was too much for me on a first date?
Look, there were other reasons. That was not the only reason. I was just done with that date.
Wait, there was more than hitting a pedestrian.
Yeah.
What's worse than that?
I mean, I'm not saying it's worse. Like, I'm not saying we, killed a family.
That would be worse, for sure.
But, I mean, I was on this date for, 10 minutes prior to the incident, we'll call it. I got in his car, and Joshua wears an ungodly amount of cologne.
Oh.
It was like being in the back of a cab in Istanbul.
Yeah.
Just horrible. Okay.
Instant
And you know what?
migraine.
Depending on the cologne, that could be worse than running over a person.
I mean, that person was okay. If I stayed in my car much longer, I would not have been okay.
So that's why you left. You didn't actually leave because of the pedestrian. You just didn't want to ride home.
I'll be honest, it was like, dude, my asthma was going to be like, hello. There was no way. There was no way. And I'll be honest with you, I don't understand how it is that he could have sprayed that on himself in the morning and was like, yeah, I smell good. No way.
Excuse me, can I talk now?
What's going on?
Okay, that's Joshua. He's on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Kara, what is up? Why are you saying this? You know that's not true.
Joshua, look, I did not know you were on the phone. And I am really sorry that you had to hear it like that, but it is true. I'm sorry.
I put on a little bit of cologne because I cared about the date. I wasn't swimming in it.
I'm sorry. I feel bad kind of right now. I'm glad you cared about the date, but it's not that there's nothing wrong with, in general, putting cologne on, but don't you remember I rolled down the window? It was really cold outside, and I rolled down the window, and I was like, hey, look at the fresh air. This is great. You didn't say anything was weird about that?
That was part of the distraction all right, look.
If he wouldn't have rolled down that window, he wouldn't have had to hit somebody.
I will have you know that I get a lot of compliments on my cologne, and the majority of them are not from family members.
Well, that's fine. Then they can go out with you and be in a small enclosed space and have asthma. But not me. I felt like I was going to die, okay? Not unlike the person you ran over, and I didn't have my extra inhaler with me.
Well, the person that I accidentally ran over his foot was nowhere close to death, which I would say is, maybe similar to how your cologne... Okay, look. All right? Okay, fine.
You're in such a predicament right now, Joshua.
It's not about the cologne. I cannot wear cologne. I can change that, all right? I just think that I got a good vibe from you before all this stuff happened, and I'm sorry. And
which part are you sorry for? The cologne or the almost dead dude?
I mean, he's not almost dead. Come on.
Wow.
This was found out in a court of law. He was fine. But
honestly, like, I'm just trying to give you feedback about your cologne. Like, it just doesn't smell good, and the amount didn't smell good. And I'm not trying to be mean. It is what it is. And besides, I didn't know you were on the phone. They tricked me.
So wait, were you attracted to him before you smelled him? No, I'm serious because the smell is automatic turnoff, but there could have been something pre-smell.
When I saw his pictures online and we communicated online, it was really cool. And when I saw him from far away, it was great. When I walked up close, not so great. But and I don't mean like he was ugly. I mean like it was the smell. But from far away, it was good. I mean, it just like once you got closer.
can you please stop talking about how bad I smelled?
Well, Josh, do you want to go back to talking about the guy that you hit? We have two options
Yeah,
here.
that's a good point.
I feel like there's a door number 3 that we're not even talking about here, which is we were having a pretty good time before I hit someone. And, you know,
That is a really weird thing to say. Okay, but anyway.
I know I'm just acknowledging the elephant in the room that we've been talking about this whole time, but if when it comes to the cologne, I don't need to wear any cologne. I could just wear deodorant. I could not wear deodorant. I could not have any of that.
Please wear deodorant. I don't care if you're going out with me or not. You should be wearing deodorant and none of that like natural stuff, like actual deodorant.
So actual deodorant. Well, all right, how about this,
I
Kara?
don't use crystals. I have never okay.
Okay, let's not get into deodorant brands right now. I just want to ask Kara a question. Will you go out with Joshua one more time? You can take public transportation. He won't wear cologne, and we will pay for the date.
It's a pretty
Will you
good
go out
deal.
with him one more time?
Kara, come on. Please, just give me a second shot at this.
I feel like I'm on Let's Make a Deal.
We met on eHarmony. We are a great match for each other. We could end up with each other.
That's right. That's the place that claims to find the perfect
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I've seen the commercials.
eHarmony never said he would hit someone in a car either. So
I mean, that would make for a weird ad campaign, but
Yeah, that's true.
See, he's funny.
So, will you give him one more shot if he doesn't wear cologne? And you guys can talk about the whole car accident thing later, but
You have
will
to
you
say
give him another
yes.
chance?
okay, the thing is, it's like no cologne, not like pick another brand, like no cologne.
Joshua?
Like I don't trust your ability to like bathe yourself in it.
if you go out with me, I promise I will not wear any cologne. I just feel like we had a good vibe before things happened.
Will you do it, Kara?
Okay, but if I show up and I smell anything on you, like any cologne, I'm leaving. And if your bumper is damaged or I see like blood or hair on the front of your car, I'm done.
I have already cleaned the car. You can't see anything on it. So,
Well, that's really good to know.
Yeah, isn't that wonderful?
Good. Congratulations, Joshua. You got a second date.
oh, Kara, I'm excited to see you again, and I promise you won't regret it.
Unless he runs over another person.
Oh, wow.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, I agree. I'd rather date a murderer than a guy who had bad cologne.
Oh, come on.
And I think personally, I agree too. If you missed today's second date update, this guy Joshua wanted to call this girl named Kara. He wasn't getting a call back, and he figured it was because he actually ran over a dude on their first date.
Yeah.
Now, it wasn't his fault. That's been proven in a court of law.
Yes.
A guy was crossing at the wrong time, and he kind of clipped the dude and then reversed and ran over his leg.
Again.
And he thought maybe that was a bit too much, and she thought he did it on purpose or something because he wasn't paying attention. But that wasn't the reason. The reason was it was because he was wearing very bad cologne.
Oh, man.
And she didn't even want to be in the car with him in the first place because his cologne was so terrible.
That's so sad, though, when you get in a car accident and she's like, thank God I can leave now.
Yeah.
This is my cue. Like, I have an excuse.
I know she's actually excited because she just saw somebody get hit with a car. Like, oh, sweet. I get to stand outside and wait for the cops to show up. That's going to take a while. Fresh air. Yeah, if somebody has really bad cologne, it is terrible. Like, think about if you're in your office and you get on the elevator after somebody with bad cologne or bad perfume.
Oh, that's the worst. You
it
can just
is
smell their aftermath.
Disgusting. But anyway, they agreed to go on a second date. She actually said she would go out with him again.
Yeah.
I recommend they take an Uber. And he also can't wear any cologne on their date, which means he's probably so scared now he's not going to wear deodorant, cologne,
Oh, no.
not even shower, no soaps, and he's just going to smell terrible. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Thomas is on the phone with us right now for a second date update. He's not even really sure if he wants a second date with the girl that he went out with, but he does know one thing. If he can't get a second date, he wants some of his money back.
What?
Yeah.
Thomas.
Thomas, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
Good.
Pretty good.
So your email said you went out on a date with a girl and you think she might have just like used you to eat at a really nice restaurant.
Oh, yeah. This is the most expensive date I've ever been on.
Really?
And
Okay.
what made you want to spend all this money on this girl? How'd you meet her? What makes her so special?
We met online, and we've been texting for the last, month.
Okay.
So I thought things were, pretty solid. And I don't know. It's, the best first date I've ever been on, honestly.
Okay. And did you, before you guys went out, did you say, hey, we're both going to pay for the date?
Yeah, we were going to split it up.
So you knew that. Okay. But you ended up
Yeah.
paying for everything.
Yeah. I kind of, in the middle of dinner, was this is going well enough. I want to lock down a second date. And she's like, yeah, totally. So then when the check came, I offered to pay for the whole thing. And she was like, I'll get you on the next one.
Okay. How much was dinner, if you don't mind me asking?
It was $265.
Oh, jeez.
Woo.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fancy.
I'll pay for this $260 dinner right now. You take me to Applebee's and drop 40.
That seems
Pretty
fair.
much what you did.
Oh, God, I hope not.
Who picked the restaurant in the first place? I mean,
I chose it just because it is a nice place, and I figured it'd make a great impression.
Look, I have trouble spending over $50 on a date, and that's with my girlfriend who I've been with for over a year now. What makes you want to spend over $300 on a girl on a first date?
She's incredibly attractive, very, very good looking. Probably the best looking girl I've ever taken on a first date. And so I was great. I don't know. I thought that would seal the deal.
You do realize, though, when you ask a girl to a really expensive restaurant, usually it's kind of an unwritten rule that you're going to pay, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I kind of knew that going in, but that's why in the middle of the first date, I wanted to lock down the second one. I don't even care if the second date is as expensive. I just wanted the second date. She was that good looking.
But are you assuming that she would have paid for half if you hadn't offered?
Oh, yeah, she totally would have. She was reaching for a purse and everything, and I was like, no, I got this one. You get the next one.
Okay.
That's good.
And how many times have you tried to get a hold of her since your date to set up your second encounter where she was supposed to pay?
So I texted her that night just to tell her I had a great time. She texted back one time. She said, I'm really busy. I'll call you back later. And then never called back. There was no return phone call.
All right. So an excuse, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Called her a day later, waited a couple days, texted again, left a message. I mean, at this point, I've called her now 3 times and gotten nothing.
Okay.
It's not good.
So do you want another date with her?
It's at this point, she's blown me off so much. I don't want another date, but if I'm not going to get that second dinner, she said, I'll get the second one. I want that half of the bill that I paid to be paid for then.
What? You actually want to call her and ask for your money back
A refund.
on your date?
Yeah. She sold me a bill of goods, and it's good. And, pony up,
This is less of a
You're
second.
going to take me to dinner and then not answer when I text you, especially when we had a great date.
It's less of a second date update and more of small claims court right now.
It really is.
Gosh.
At this point, she paid for her half with a peck on the cheek at the end of the date. That's what she paid.
Okay.
Sometimes that's worth $300.
So you guys didn't even really kiss or anything?
No. It was I was very nice at the end. It was just a little kiss on the cheek, whatever. And I was like, okay, great. I'll see you on the second date and hopefully get a little better kiss.
That's got to upset you if you drop almost $300
Oh,
on
come
dinner and that's all you
on.
get. Yeah, come
She's
on.
not obligated.
Yeah, you are.
Kind of now, yes.
Yeah, over $75, you have to at least kiss.
At least get to one base.
Yeah.
Gotta
$300.
have a good story out of it or something.
Yeah, seriously. $300, I think you better get pregnant. But all right, man. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, see if we can get her on the phone and get your money back or a date or something.
Great.
All right, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I think more second date updates should be like this.
Oh, yeah? Why?
I think more dates in general should be like this.
What do you mean?
If you go out with someone and you spend too much on dinner and then you think about it later and go, I wish I wouldn't have dropped so much money, you should be able to get at least half of your money back if you don't see that person
There's
again.
no return policy on dating.
Well, I think that's the problem right there, Lydia. There needs to be one. Thomas is on the phone with us right now. He went out with a girl named Laura, met her online. They had a perfectly fine time on the date. The issue that he's having, though, is he ended up spending like $300 on dinner.
Yeah.
When the check came, he said, hey, I'll pay for this, because she was reaching for her wallet. I'll pay for it as long as you get the next date. She agreed, and now she's not calling him back. So he's kind of over it.
At this point, I just want the money back. The second date, it's not as important. Just give me the cash.
Okay. All right.
You did say it was the most amazing date up until this whole money thing.
It was a very good date, and she's really hot.
Yeah. Very good date. She's really hot. Kind of a user, though, because she didn't pay for the...
Oh, come on. He offered to pay.
The only reason I offered to pay was because she really genuinely seemed interested in the second date. Like, and now I feel just a little betrayed. Like, I feel like this kind of thing happens a little too often. Like, oh yeah, second date for sure, and then nothing.
Yeah, and I think you're taking a stand right now for everybody who's ever had to pay for a meal and then hasn't gotten one bought for them in return.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to dial the phone number, see if we can get her on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
Awesome.
All right, hold on.
Hello,
Hi, is Laura there?
this is Laura.
Laura, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Hello.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Do you know why I'm calling you?
I have no idea why you're calling me or how you know who I am.
I'll explain. I'm calling you because we recently got an email from a listener who went out on a date with you.
Okay.
And you are not calling him back. And so he emailed us to ask you, why are you blowing him off, basically? His name is Thomas.
Thomas?
Yeah, you remember going on a date with Thomas?
Yeah, it was just last week.
Right.
Wait, he asked you to call me?
Yes. He said that he's texted you once since your date. You said that you were really busy, and then he hasn't been able to get a hold of you. And at this point, he feels like you've blown him off, and he wants to know if he did something wrong.
That's what he said to you? I told him that I would call him back.
Right, but he said you never called him back. Is there a reason?
Yeah, there's a reason. Ever since I went on the date with him, like, my life's been pretty crazy.
Okay.
So you're just busy.
Yeah, I've been nonstop busy since the date. I haven't had time to call him back.
So you're not lying. You've been legitimately busy.
Yeah, my grandma's in the hospital. She was admitted to the hospital the day after our date.
Oh,
I've been in the hospital with her the entire week. My whole family has.
So Thomas probably jumped the gun then by emailing a radio show to call you.
Yeah, I don't understand why he wouldn't just wait for me to call him back.
Well, he was just nervous because he had such a great time with you. He thought you might just be like, trying to blow him off and not talk to him again. And so he was nervous, I guess, and emailed us a little too soon to call you. People do this on our show all the time. It's called a second date update. I don't know if you've heard it or not.
No, I mean, it's nice that he's that interested, but it's like, I don't understand why he had to get, like, somebody else involved. It's just,
it works. Hey, it works for a lot of people. So that's probably why. So you would actually go out with him again?
Well, yeah, I mean, I thought we were going to be going out again. It hasn't changed. I just have been busy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good news. But there is one other thing he wanted us to call you about.
Okay.
And that's the fact that he feels like you owe him some money.
Oh no, dude.
Wait, what?
Oh, Jubal.
Hold on, wait. Can she hear me? Can she hear me?
Laura, can...
I owe him money? For what?
No. You don't owe me money. Can she hear me?
Yes, she can.
Thomas?
Yeah, but you don't owe me money. I didn't realize that your grandma...
No, Thomas.
No.
You don't
What
owe
do you
me
owe
money.
me for?
Nothing. You don't owe me money. I was concerned that you were blowing me off, but my God, I did not know.
Wait, you were on the phone this whole time?
Yeah, I didn't know if you could hear me. I'm so sorry. I did not know that your grandma was in the hospital.
Yeah, Laura, that's how the second date updates work. We call with the other person on the line, and then they hear the reason why they're not getting a call back. Now Thomas knows that you actually wanted to go on a second date with him, and you have a legitimate excuse for not calling him back, but you do still owe the guy some money.
No, you don't. I'm so sorry.
you
I didn't know that your grandmother was in the hospital. I'm so sorry.
It doesn't matter. What does that have anything to do with money?
It doesn't. I just told him that you, at the end of our, when I was going to pay, and you said that you get the second date. And I said, well, I want to go on a second date. And then they were like, oh, well, if it doesn't happen, then you should get your money back.
Okay, come on.
We didn't say that. You said you wanted your money back.
no.
Be honest, Thomas.
Are you saying that you want me to pay for half of the date? Is that what
No.
you're saying?
I told them that, joking around, I said, if she doesn't go out with me again, I should just get my...
Thomas, come on.
No.
No, he was. Laura, Thomas told us when he was first talking to us, he told us about your date, said you had a great time, and was like, at this point, she hasn't called me back. And I don't care. I just want my money back because I shouldn't have had to spend so much on dinner if she's not going to call me back.
That's not... Whose side? You're
kidding
supposed
me?
to help me get a second date, and you're not helping me do that.
I'm on the side of justice right now, and I still think you're owed some money.
I don't know why you guys are laughing. I don't think this is funny. Like, this is
I don't either.
This is the rudest thing I've ever heard. So is it true or not?
It's not true. It really... I was worried that I wasn't going to get a second date with you, so I had them call you.
Thomas.
I'm being serious. I really liked you, and I'm so sorry. I am not a bad person. This is not indicative of my character. This is completely out of character, and they're the ones who are putting this in the realm of like wanting the money back. I don't care about the money.
Wow, Thomas.
Oh, Thomas, you didn't say that?
Sounds like there's a bunch of people that disagree with you.
Yeah, and they're doing it for ratings or whatever. I don't know why they're doing this.
You called us, Thomas.
It's awesome just to hear Thomas tread water right now.
Seriously.
Hey, Laura, I would love to ask you.
To be honest with you guys, I don't mean to be rude, but I don't really have time for this.
Well, all right, before you go, I know that you're busy. I appreciate you staying on the phone as long as you did. Would you go out on a second date with Thomas? We will pay for it. That way, neither of you have to worry about the money.
I'll pay for it. I don't care. I just want to go out with you.
No.
Again. I'm serious.
Don't.
I'll pay for it, and then I'll call you after, Thomas, and get half my money back.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
No?
Oh God.
Okay, so if you won't go out on a second date with him, can we get that money back?
No, you guys can yourself.
Ow.
All right, well,
What the was that? It's supposed to be second date update, not blow my second date up.
you
You
said
guys really up.
you said you wanted to get money.
No, I said I wanted to go on a date with her.
Oh, come on, dude.
And that was
When
the
we
main
first-
thing that I wanted.
When we first talked to you, you said, I don't care if I get a second date. I want to get half my
you
cash.
blew it up.
Thomas. It was clearly not
Yeah.
going to happen. We were at least trying to get you a check in the mail.
I don't... Laura's right. You guys just go yourselves.
Oh, wow.
Hey, it's a second date update first. A double hang up.
Yeah.
The,
Kinda cool.
the second date is over, and neither one of the parties is on the phone.
And we just lost 2 listeners.
Yeah. Success, I think.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592. Well, actually, lots of texts in at 78592, all hating on me. I don't understand what the big deal is. I was just trying to help the guy out for the second date update. Thomas called us, wanted us to ask Laura to give him a refund on his date because he spent a bunch of money. She wasn't calling him back. He said if she's not going to call me back for a date, then I'd at least like some of my money back for the almost $300 that I spent.
He was just being
and
bitter because
it
he
comes out that she was just not calling him back because she was busy, legitimately busy.
Yeah.
And then I happened to drop the fact that he wanted his money back, and then she got pissed and didn't want to date with him. At
You
the end,
threw him
both
under
of
the
us
bus.
told us to F off and then hung up the phone on us. I may have thrown him under the bus. Lots of people like, Jubal, you broke bro code. Listen. There are certain times when it's okay to break bro code.
No.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Like when we're trying to get ratings and we're trying to be funny.
For entertainment purposes.
For entertainment purposes, it is okay to break bro code. And yes, I did it.
It's his
Also,
life,
let's
though.
not remember this guy is not a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
He said
was
she should have
joking.
put out
You
because
guys.
he paid for an expensive dinner in the first part. Do you not
Oh my
remember
God,
that?
he did not
And he
say
wanted
that.
his money back for the... Come on, Brooke.
Yes,
like,
he did.
wanted his money back
I
for the
wish I
date. That's
would've
the first
been
thing he
here
did.
When you guys recorded it, I think that he was just bitter and angry because he wasn't getting a call
That's like
back.
the first time you ever would stand up for a guy
Yeah,
like that.
wow.
No, if you would have been here and you would have said, I want my money back, you would have been like, you're a
No.
evil douchebag.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, look, all right, it's okay to break bro code
It is.
in instances like that.
No.
Because I knew it would be funny.
I don't.
And it was funny. Lots of people at 78592 think it's funny. And Jose pointed out, hey, but that's his life that you're messing with.
Yeah,
right?
that's what
That
I'm
is his
saying.
life that I'm messing with, but also he's on our show, and that's my paycheck that I'm hopefully making bigger by messing with his life. So that's why I did it.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Anybody who knows anything about me knows that one of my passions in life is being a gentleman.
That is not true at all.
Opening the door for a lady
I don't.
is one of the best feelings ever.
You're so full of crap
Or
right
so
now.
I hear from idiots who do that.
People should do that.
I thought your gentlemanness was limited to more shots.
Yeah, buying her shots.
There you go.
It's your second date update. We've got Carol on the phone right now. She emailed us saying that she went on a date with a true gentleman
That's nice.
and has no idea why he's not calling her back. Hi, Carol.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Tell us about
My
this.
lady.
Tell
That's
us,
how gentlemen speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell
the
us
way.
about the real gentleman in your life, not Jubal.
Well, Jubal is one of my favorite gentlemen. But
Nice.
I know, sweetheart.
Then I'm really worried about your definition of gentleman, but continue.
well, I went out with this guy Travis. You know, we met at a bar. I mean, that's pretty typical. We were doing like a trivia night thing, and he asked me out. And like on a real date, which I feel like hardly ever happens anymore. And
Yeah.
he took me out to one of those like piano bars with like the dueling pianos. Oh my God, it was so much fun. And he just was such a gentleman. Like he picked me up at my door. He opened the door for me.
Did he have a chariot? Did he have a chariot, Carol?
I believe it was a Toyota.
Oh.
But,
All right. So he's not that much of a gentleman.
Hey, that's a 2013 chariot right there.
It
Good.
really
He's-
did mileage.
He started off the night on a good foot. What else did he do that really just wooed you?
Oh, he wouldn't let me pay for anything. Everywhere we went, he held the door for me. He pulled my chair out for me. He was just like so sweet the whole time. Kept asking me questions and actually like listening to me and wanting to like learn about my family. You know, I actually
Here at the
like,
piano bar. Tell me about your family. That's awesome. No,
well, like you know,
yeah.
I feel bad because I had to leave to go home because I had to work really early in the morning. But we were hitting it off so well. We were getting close, you know, and
Yeah.
I even kind of made the first move to kiss him, and I'm just really surprised I haven't heard from him.
Did you kiss him?
Yeah, Carol.
Yeah, you kind of just said you made the first move to kiss him, but
Yeah.
did you kiss him or did he turn you away and say, no, a gentleman never
Not on the first
locks
date.
lips on the first date? For you are a lady and I'm a man and I will treat you with respect.
Okay.
Or did he kiss you?
No, he kissed me, and it was a nice kiss, and I wanted to keep going, but, you know, I had to get up so early, and
Right.
I didn't. I think both of us just knew we had to cut it off there, and maybe that was, like, really disappointing to him.
Carol, what did he say to you at the end of the evening? Did he say, like, I'll call you tomorrow and we're definitely going to hang out again, or?
No, he just told me I looked pretty again, and that made me feel really nice, and then I was just, I guess, so caught up in the moment, I wasn't even thinking about planning our next date at that time. I just figured this is going so well, I'm totally going to hear from him.
I
Don't
think
you-
I know the problem. Normally, gentlemen communicate via carrier pigeon.
Oh, that's it.
Probably what you need to do there.
Jubal, don't you think, though, that that's really far extremes to go to just get a piece at the end of the night?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. You don't have to do all that.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
You could just insult the girl.
Yeah,
Come
you
on.
really don't need to put in that much work. All right, we're going to play a song. Come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Thank you.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
All right, Carol, you ready to call Travis?
Yes, I'm definitely ready.
Just to let everybody know, if you're tuning in for the second part of the second date update, Carol wants us to call a dude named Travis who was a perfect gentleman.
Oh, knight in shining armor.
Opened doors for her, held out chairs. Does that sound right? Pulled out chairs.
God, you can't even get
I don't
it right.
even know what you do.
You're such not a gentleman. You
Yeah.
can't even say it.
Is that what you do? You pull
Pull a
That
door
seems
open.
mean. You just pull out chairs while they're sitting on them?
Yeah, is that what you... Okay, whatever. He did all that stuff.
You propped the door.
Yeah, so she really liked him. At the end of the date, they shared a kiss at her door, and then he left, never to be heard from again. She's tried texting him, calling him, and can't get an answer, so we're about to call him right now.
And Carol, it sounded like this guy kind of restored your faith in men.
I mean, I felt like he was really starting to sweep me off my feet. So I know these can sometimes be, like, embarrassing, but I feel like he's really worth it.
All right, I'm going to call him right now, okay?
Okay.
A perfect gentleman like Travis, does he have a ringtone or just trumpets that sound?
They're actually bugles, Jubal?
Oh, bugles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Travis, please?
Yeah, speaking.
Travis, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Oh. Hi.
Listen, I know it's kind of weird for me to be calling you, but I wanted to actually talk to you for a second about a mutual friend we have.
Okay.
Her name is Carol. You went out on a date with her a little while ago?
Oh, Carol? Yeah.
Okay.
What does that mean?
What?
Huh?
What does that mean?
No, nothing. What's up?
Well, Carol's a friend of mine, and she liked the date that you guys went on.
Uh-huh.
She would love to go out on a second date and is kind of wondering why you're not calling her back. Did she do something wrong on your date?
You know, it just didn't really come together.
It didn't come together. She said you guys kissed at the end and like you were a perfect gentleman. She had nothing but nice things to say about you.
Oh, yeah, well, you know. That's the way I roll, dog.
Oh, nice.
No, you know how it is. You got to do what you got to do, you know? I mean, when you go out on a date, you want to make a good first impression. You know, you want to get what you want out of the date.
So, all right. So you were acting like a gentleman to try to get some.
Well, I mean, me and my boys, we worked this all out. I don't want to just be giving away our trade secrets.
Travis.
Who are you?
Travis. I like you, Travis.
Are you like what is happening in life right now?
Carol knows that we're going to call you.
Uh-huh.
So whatever your answer is, like, she's prepared to hear it. If it's something about her or whatever, she just wants to know if she did something wrong on your date is all.
I guess she didn't actually probably knowingly do anything wrong. I mean, it's just a sign.
What's a
sign?
Dude, you are speaking like you and your boys in a plan, and there's a sign. Use like sentences that I can understand here, Travis.
I was talking to my guys, and they all have like a different set of rules for themselves when they go out on a first date. With me, it just comes down to two things. And the first thing is always date up. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Always date up.
Yeah, we always date up. Yeah.
And the second thing that is like an unbreakable rule is never date a girl wearing granny panties.
Never date a girl wearing granny panties?
What?
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
It's weird, but I kind of agree, actually.
No. How do you even know what kind of underwear this chick was wearing?
You pull out the chair, you open the door, you get a good look at that. I mean, you just got to keep it real,
I love it.
I can't say no granny panties, man.
Oh, my God. Travis.
Travis, I should tell you now that Carol is actually on the other line and heard everything that you just said.
She's on hold on the other line?
No, I'm right here.
What?
Yeah, I heard everything you just said. That's disgusting.
Amen, girl.
Just chill out. Take it easy.
No, you took it easy. You just put my ass on blast on the radio. What's the problem? I thought we had a nice time. You're a jerk.
It's scientifically proven from all the websites and all the books that I read, it's scientifically proven that a girl that wears granny panties is just a lot less fun than anybody who wears sexy underwear. You know what I'm saying?
You, Travis.
Hey, Travis.
That's not even a real reason. You don't even know what my situation was that day. Maybe I had to do laundry. Maybe I was having a different kind of situation.
Yeah. Amen, sister. Amen. You tell him. Sometimes you just need
I hear
comfortable
what
underwear.
you're saying, but if all you got in the drawer is granny panties, then, I just can't hang.
You don't know about what I have in my drawers. You never even took the chance to get to know me like that, so you shouldn't even be talking about what I've got going on in my pants. It's disgusting.
All I know is you're going on a first date, You want to make a good first impression, and you wore the granny panties. You feel better about yourself, but you wore the granny panties, and I just can't, I can't hang with that.
Carol.
You're a pig. All you care about is what kind of underwear I have on. You're disgusting.
Carol,
That's not all I care about, but,
Not making it better. This guy isn't supposed to be seeing your underwear on a first date. You weren't even inviting him to do that.
No, but
I will say, as a guy, you do kind of pay attention because if a woman is wearing really, really nice underwear on a first date, usually means she's planning on you seeing them later.
what girl that you've dated even wears underwear?
There's been like one.
Okay.
That one time.
It was a real date.
That's true. I was wearing my nicest silk boxers that day. I just have to say,
I have all kinds of stuff you'll never get to see if you're going to be like that.
Oh.
I support granny panties too, by the way. Just letting everybody
Thank
know.
you.
Yeah. Hey, Travis.
Really, you support granny panties? That's terrible, man. That's terrible. Don't be telling people to wear no granny panties on the first date. That's bad advice. Don't listen.
Hey, Travis. I would love to send you out on a second date with Carol. We will pay for it. Maybe give her a second chance and see if she'll wear some better underwear for you.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, where are we going?
I don't know. Carol, do you want to go out with Travis again?
Absolutely not. That guy's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm good.
Travis?
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for all the women listening out there? Because it sounds like you are in tune.
Ladies, please, by all means, wear your nice underwear when you go out on a first date.
You heard it from Travis.
Yeah.
It's officially law now.
Take note, ladies.
I mean, you dress nice on the outside. Why not dress nice under there, too? You never know. You never know who's looking.
I want to. You know what, Travis? I think we need to have a fashion segment with you on the show from now on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Be in.
You know what?
Oh, really?
I'm gonna stop shaving my legs in protest of you, Travis.
When did you start shaving your legs?
Really?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I got my ticket.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
It's always nice to have fond memories after a first date. Like, oh, I remember our first date. We had pasta overlooking the water, and it was beautiful. Or we went for a long hike to the top of a beautiful mountain and saw the sunset. What a lovely memory. Or I remember when I got physically assaulted by them on a first date.
What?
That's always a great memory to have. And that's sort of what happened to Harry, who's on the phone right now and wants to do a second date update. His date physically assaulted him on their first date, but he still wants to call her back. You'll understand why he wants to call her back in a second. Harry, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Pretty good, man. Thank you for your email, and thank you for agreeing to do a second date update with us today. Before we get into how you were physically assaulted on your first date, tell us a little bit about the girl you want to call today.
All right. Her name's Samantha. We met at a club. I was out for one of my best friend's birthdays. We had been pre-gaming, partying in the early evening. We went out, and it was like an amazing night. And then I met her, and she had the most beautiful eyes, amazing legs, and we started talking. And
I'm sorry, I have to
dancing,
interrupt. You're making it sound like the moment was just beautiful and she had beautiful eyes. You're at a club. You just thought she was hot.
I think that's what he was saying. Beautiful eyes and sexy legs. I mean, I think that's exactly what he was saying right there. He said he was attracted to her.
Yeah, I thought she was hot. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well,
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so how did you approach her at the bar?
I kind of just walked up to her and just struck up a conversation. I was feeling really confident because I had been drinking. And,
That'll do it.
yeah.
It does help a lot. So how long were you guys hanging out together at the club?
We were probably at the club for like 2 hours, drinking and dancing and hanging out.
So were
All
you
2 hours, I'd say.
were you semi-sober when you met her?
I mean, we were drinking pretty much the whole time, so I was pretty tipsy.
Okay. Do you remember much of the conversation with her, or you don't really care?
At the time, it seemed like we were having such a brilliant conversation, but I couldn't tell you exactly what we were talking about.
I've had many of those.
Yeah, that's what always happens. You're like, oh, man, we were breaking down everything. And then somebody shows you a video and you're drunk. You're like, oh, I didn't no idea what I was talking about. All right, so how did the rest of the evening go with her?
It was going really good. We went back to my place, and, things started to get a little intimate, which was nice. then that's kind of when things took a turn for the worst.
And that's when the assault happened.
What is
Right,
the
Harry?
assault?
Do I have to say it?
Yeah, you do have to say it.
All right, well, how do I put it? Well, we were being intimate while she was having her moment. Somehow I got kneed in the face.
So she kneed him in the face
Did you get
while they were doing it.
What, did you scream or what? I mean, that had to ruin everything.
I was so shocked. I literally fell off the bed. It was really hard. And I'm not sure if it's from her knee or the fall off the bed, but I had like a cut on like kind of the like edge of my forehead.
So you're
Drunk
bleeding?
sex is the best, isn't it? Just flailing around on the bed. She knees you in the head and you fall off and then get a cut on your head.
Yeah, I guess it's funny now, but it wasn't so great at the time.
What did she say to you after that?
From what I remember, she just came right over and like was really apologetic and trying to take care of me. You know, I was like kind of blacked out a bit.
Yeah, she gets some gauze and bandage up your head like you had a huge head wound.
Well, she took me in the bathroom and she was putting like cold water on my forehead and like she got a little like a towel and put it over my forehead. Like she was doing what she could.
She injured you. Of course she's going to try to help you out.
I wouldn't call you back after a night like that either. That sounds horrible.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. I think she's embarrassed because we were having a great, I mean, this is like, I'm embarrassed. I can't imagine what she feels like.
Yeah.
This is like the most bizarre thing that's ever happened to me.
Have you sent her any text messages or called her being like, hey, I think it's funny what happened. It's okay. Don't be embarrassed.
No, I've been texting her, like, I texted her like a bunch of times trying to make her feel better and, you know, kind of like to like play it down like it's a joke. Like, you know, I don't want her to see the bandage on my forehead, you know?
And has she said anything back to you at all?
No.
Okay, my guess is she probably is embarrassed and doesn't want to call you back after that. I can understand that.
That's what I'm thinking because, you know, in the morning she wasn't there. She just left. So, like, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
When you give your date a concussion on the first date during sex, you might be a little scared to call them back.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's why I sent you guys the email.
All right, well,
Makes sense.
we're going to play a song, come back, call her, hear her side of the story,
Can't wait.
and get your second date update, all right?
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Today's second date update should be a lesson to all of the ladies listening right now. If you want a guy to be interested in you, so much so that he's willing to call a radio station to get a hold of you, all you have to do is knee him in the head during sexual relations. That's all it takes for a guy to really want to call you back. Harry is on the phone with us, and today he wants to call a girl named Samantha. Samantha and him had a drunken night at his place. They were hammered. They were doing the things that people do when they're hammered, and in the middle of it, she kneed him in the head, and then he fell off the bed and cut his head. And when he woke up in the morning, she was gone. So he's assuming that she was just a little embarrassed about the situation and isn't calling him back. Harry, before we make your phone call, how long ago did this happen?
The actual incident was probably like a month ago.
Oh, it's that long that you've been trying to get a hold of her. So, do you have it worked out in your head what you're going to say once you get her on the phone?
That's what you guys are here to help for, right?
And how many text messages have you sent her telling her that it's okay what she did?
Too many. A bunch.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to dial the phone number, see if we can get her on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is Samantha there?
No, she's in the shower. Can I take a message?
Sure. Who am I speaking with?
This is and is this stuff office?
Maybe. I'd really like to speak to Samantha, please.
I'm her boyfriend. I can speak for her. It's fine.
You're her boyfriend?
Yeah. Are you calling us back about the appointment?
Yes, I am, and the results are all back.
What are you talking about? We haven't been in yet.
Oh, no, I got all the results right here.
No, I'm sure we haven't been in yet. We were coming in for the pregnancy test.
Oh. Those are the results you're looking for.
Yeah, is this Dr.
Yes, it is. And you say that you haven't been in for the pregnancy test yet.
No, we haven't been in for the pregnancy test yet.
Okay. All right, what I'm looking at is wrong then. I'm sorry. My notes say that you guys went in. So you need an appointment?
Yeah, that's what we were waiting on.
Okay, got it. Cool. Well, I should talk to her about this.
I mean, she's in the shower, but I guess you could call back.
All right, I'll do that. How about that? I'll check my notes because obviously something I got is screwed up. It says that you've already been in and you haven't, so I'll check my notes and then I'll give her a call, okay?
All right. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. What was your name again?
Oh, I'm Kevin.
Kevin, looking forward to seeing you.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, bye-bye.
Oh,
wow.
my God.
Is that a
Hey,
joke?
Harry?
I don't even know what to say. What the
Oh, my
God.
I hope you don't mind me letting that guy go. I felt like
That's
I felt
not-
like I shouldn't have revealed to him that this was a big thing.
Oh my God.
So there's that. Yeah, I felt like
This is.
as soon as he started talking about doctor's office, I was just screwing with him, and then as soon as he said the pregnant thing, I was like, I can't do it, man.
Yeah, that's intense, man.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna contact?
I'm not
her?
going to do anything.
But look at the timing. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't jump to conclusions, but
What
if you're talking about you hooked up a month ago and she's just now going to a doctor's office,
No. We use protection, definitely.
Sometimes it can fail, you know.
that's not 100%.
I just can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
Dude.
Neither
I
can
don't know
I.
what to say. I mean, like, nothing like this has ever happened to me before. This is
I can still, try to call back and get her on the phone at some point and see if I
no.
can get you.
I don't want to get involved in any way.
Do you think that there's any way that maybe this is like a new boyfriend? I'm just trying to look at like some sort of positive out of this.
That she wants to have a baby with?
I don't know. I don't know, Lydia.
I think it's pretty obvious here, Harry.
Oh, this is
She was
horrible.
at the bar drunk, hooked up with you, realized that she made a mistake, probably feeling guilty.
Of course.
Not calling you back because she has a boyfriend who she thinks may have gotten her pregnant.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is so insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I had no idea. She seemed single.
Yeah, did she ever say to you throughout your date, did she seem like she had a boyfriend or anything at all?
Not at all.
Did she seem like she had a bun in the oven at all?
No.
No, okay. I don't know. Some guys are attracted to that. I don't know.
She
Like
was
maybe-
at a bar drinking all night, Jubal. I think that's a pretty indication, good indication.
Not
that-
really.
I just can't believe that happened.
Well, this is normally the time where I'm like, hey, do you want to go on a second date? We'll pay for it. I don't really know how to handle this one at all.
What do we do?
I guess I can send you out on the date with a text messenger. Somebody texts into the show. Do you want a date with just a random person from the show?
You know, I think I should be more cautious on who I go out with.
Yeah,
Yes, thank
exactly.
you.
Because
Finally.
trust me, you don't want to date with anybody that's texting into our show at 78592. All right, well, at least you got your answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope for you that, like, 17 years from now, some kid doesn't show up and go, hey, we have the same nose. You hooked up with my mom years ago.
Oh, God. That is not funny at all.
I think it is, a little bit.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I want to address something on the text message board right now at 78592. No, I am not calling that girl back.
Thank you.
I am not doing it. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. If you don't know what I'm talking about the second date update that we just played.
Wow.
This guy, Harry, wanted us to call this girl. I'm not using her name. We actually beeped it out in the second date update when we taped it because I don't want to blow up her spot too much. Yeah. But a guy named Kevin answered the phone. We left that name in there because there's lots of Kevins. Whatever. But anyway, a guy named Kevin answered the phone, and I was joking with him because he's like, oh, is this a doctor's office? And I was kind of doing my thing, going like, yeah, it is a doctor's office, like an idiot, like I do. And then it came out that apparently they are trying to make an appointment for a pregnancy test. Harry hooked up with this girl. They had a wild night. She ended up kneeing him in the face while they were doing it, which is funny. And then she left the next day. He thought maybe she was embarrassed. Turns out she probably was embarrassed and a little bit upset at herself that she cheated on her boyfriend because this guy sounded like they lived together and they've probably been together a long time. Anyway, I decided to stop it and not continue to go on with it anymore.
God.
And thank you, by the way. Thank you, everybody on Twitter. who has tweeted me, and everybody texting in at 78592 saying I did the right thing.
For once.
For once in my life.
I was so worried that you were gonna say something to
I
this
was going
man.
to, and
I mean,
I really
seriously.
was. I was like on the fence. I'm like, all right, I just can't. I can't put them on blast like that.
And the
Like,
thing is-
if this girl cheated on the dude, that's one thing. But if there's a unborn kid involved, I don't want to be the guy to ruin that whole thing. Like, I'll let them figure that out on their own.
And there's no way you make a doctor appointment for a pregnancy test unless you've already taken a pregnancy test and it's come back positive.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's
that
I mean,
is-
this is real life. It's not a joke.
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah. Well, it would have been awesome just to do it. Like, they're just like, what? You cheated on me? And now this might be that guy's kid? And we're just like, Jose's in the background just going crazy. Oh my God, this is nuts.
Oh my God, your lives are ruined.
Yeah. We hit the big, like, Brooke and Jubal in the morning sweeper and get out.
Oh, so bad.
Hey,
turned
Young
into
Jeffrey's
Maury.
song of the week coming up next.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it is coming up next.
You can ask the guys if they want to go on a date and talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. You guys want to go on it? Yeah, it would just have all been terrible. So for the first time in my life, I thought I'd make the appropriate decision and be like, nah, I can't do
Good
it.
job, Jubal.
If you missed it, make sure you listen to it on our website. It'll be uploaded in a little while, movie925.com.